king and more affected the Duke of Albany than Cornwall.
It did always seem so to us, but now in the division of the kingdom, it appears not which of the dukes he values most, for qualities are so away that curiosity and neither to make choice of either's mode.
Is not this your son, my lord?
His breeding, sir, hath been at my charge. I have so often blushed to acknowledge him that now I am praised to.
I cannot conceive you.
Sir, the same fellow's no good. Whereupon she ran moved and had indeed, sir, a son for her cradle ere she had a husband for her bed.
Oh.
You smell a fault.
I cannot wish the fault undone, the issue of it being so proper.
Oh, but I have a son, sir, by order of law, some year elder than this. But yet is no dearer in my account. Though this knave came something saucy before he was sent for, yet was his mother fair. There is good sport at his making, and the horse son must be acknowledged. Do you know this noble gentleman, Evan?
No, my lord.
My lord of Kent. Remember him hereafter as my honourable friend.
My services to your lordship.
I must love you and soon to know you better.
I shall study to serve. He hath been out 9 years, and waiting he shall again. The king is coming.
Attend the lords of France and Burgundy. Gloucester.
I shall.
Meantime, we shall express our darker purpose. Give me the map there. Know that we have divided in three our kingdom, and it is our vast intent to shake all cares and purposes from our age, conferring them on younger strengths while we unburdened crawl towards death. Our son of Cornwall, and you are no less loving son of Albany. We have a constant will to publish our daughter's several dowries, so that future strife may be prevented then. The princes of France and Burgundy, great rivals in our youngest daughter's love, long in this court have made their amorous sojourn known, and here are to be answered. Tell me, my daughters, since now we will divest us both of rule, interests of territory, cares of state, which of you shall we say doth love us most, that we our largest bounty may extend, when nature doth with merit challenge? Goneril, our eldest born, speak first.
Sir, I love you more than words can wield the matter. Dearer than eyesight, space, and liberty. Beyond what can be valued, rich or rare, no less a life with grace, health, beauty, honour, a love that makes breath poor and speech unable. Beyond all manner of so much, I love you.
Of all these bounds, even from this line up to this, with plenteous rivers and wide searched meads, with shadowy forests and champaigns rich, we make thee lady. With thee, and Albany now what says our second daughter, our dearest Regan, why to Cornwall? Speak.
I am made of that self-same metal that my sister is, and price me at her worth. In my true heart I find she speaks my very deal love. Only she comes too short, that I profess myself an enemy to all other joys that the most precious square of sense possesses, and find I am alone felicitate in your dear highness love.
To thee and thine heredity remain this ample third of our fair kingdom, no less in space, validity, and pleasure than that conferred on Goneril. Now, our joy, although our last and least, to whose the young love of France and Burgundy strives to be interest. What can you say to draw a third more opulent than your sisters? Speak.
Nothing, my lord.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing will come of nothing. Speak again.
Unhappy that I am, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. I love your majesty according to my bonds, no more nor less.
How, Cordelia, mend your speech each a little lest it may mar your fortunes.
Good my lord, you have begot me, bred me, loved me. I return those duties back as our art fits. Obey you, love you, and most honour you. Why have my sisters husbands if they say they love you all? Happily, when I shall wed, that lord whose hand must take my flight shall carry half my love of him, half my care and duty. Sure, I shall never marry like my sisters, to love my father all.
But goes thy heart with this?
Aye, my good lord.
So young and so untender.
So young, my lord, and true.
Let it be so. Let truth then be thy dower, for by the sacred radiance of the sun, the mysteries of heaven and the night, of all the operations of the orbs, from whom we do exist and cease to be, here I display all paternal care, propinquity and property of blood, and as a stranger from my heart, hold thee from this forever. The barbarous Sydney, or he who makes his generation messes to gorge his appetite, shall be to my bosom more neighbour pitied and relieved as thou, my son.
God, my
liege, Kent, come not between the dragon and his wrath. I loved her most, and hope to set my rest upon her kind treasury. Out of my sight! So be my grave, my peace, as here I give her father's heart for her. All France. Blue stars, call Burgundy! Cornwall and Albany. I do invest you jointly with my power, 3 elements and all the large effects that troop with majesty. Ourselves, by monthly course, with reservation of 100 knights, by you to be sustained shall our abode make with you by due terms. Only we still retain the name and all the addition to a king, the sway, remnant, execution of the rest, beloved sons, be yours which to confirm this coronet's part.
Royal Lear, whom I have ever honoured as my king, loved as my father, as my master, followed as the great patriot, taught on in my prayers.
The bow is bent and drawn, make from the
Let
shaft.
it fall rather, though the fork invade the region of my heart, that be kent unmannerly when Lear is mad. What wouldst thou do, old man? Think'st thou that duty shall have dread to speak when power to flattery bows? To plainness honours bound when majesty stoops to folly. Reserve thy state, and in thy best consideration check this hideous rashness. Answer my life, my judgment. Thy youngest daughter does not love thee least, nor are those empty-hearted whose low sounds reverb no home.
Out of my sight!
See better, Lear, and let me still remain the true blank of thine eye.
By
Oh,
Apollo.
now by Apollo, King, thou swearest thy God to bend.
Sir, miscreant!
Revoke thy gift, or whilst I can bend clamour for my throne,
Oh,
I'll
hear
tell
me,
thee thou dost evil.
On thy allegiance, hear me! Thou hast sought to make us break our vow, which we durst never yet, and with strange pride to come betwixt our sentence, which nor our place nor our nature can bear, our potency made good. Take thy reward. 5 days we do allot thee for provisions to shield thee from diseases of the world, and on the 6th to turn thy faces back upon our kingdom. If on the 10th day following thy banished trunk be found in our dominions, the moment is thy death. Away by Jupiter, this shall not be revoked.
Fare thee well, King. Since thus thou wilt appear, freedom lies hence, and banishment is here. The gods to their dear shelter take thee, maid, that justly think'st, and hast most rightly said. And your speeches may your large deeds approve, that good effects may spring from words of love. Thus Kento princes bids you all adieu. He'll shape his old course in a country new.
Here's France and Burgundy, my noble lords.
My lord of Burgundy, we first address you who with this great king hath rival for our daughter's love. What in the least would you require of present dower of her, or cease you your quest in love?
Most royal majesty, I crave no more than what your highness offered nor will you tender less.
Right, noble Burgundy. When she was dear to us, we did hold her so, but now her price has fallen. Sir, there she stands, if aught within that little seeming substance, or all of it, with our displeasure, please, and nothing more may fitly like your grace. She is there, and she is yours.
I know no answer.
Will you, with the infirmities that she owes, unfriended, new adopted to our hate, dowered with our curse, and strangered with our oath, take her or leave her?
Pardon me, royal sir, election makes not up on such conditions.
And leave her, sir. For by the power that made me, I tell you her worth. For you, great king, I would not from your love make such a stray to match you where I hate. Therefore beseech you to avert your eyes a more worthier way than on a wretch to whom nature is ashamed to acknowledge hers.
This is most strange. That she that even now is your best object at argument of your praise, balm of your age, most best, most dearest, should in this price of time commit things so monstrous to dismantle so many folds of your favour. Sure, her offence must be of such monstrous degree, or your foremost affection falling into taint. Which to believe of her must be a miracle that reasons without mercy could never plant in me.
Oh, yet beseech your majesty, if for I want that to live and oily act, to speak a purpose not, since what I will intend, I'll do it before I speak, that you make no—
Better thou hast not been born to have not pleased me better.
Is it but this, a tardiness of nature which often leaves the history unspoken that it intends to do? My lord of Burgundy, what sayest you to the lady? Love's not love when it is mingled with regards that stands aloof from the entire point. Will you have her? She is a dowry in herself.
Royal Lear, give me but that portion which you yourself proposed, and thus I take Cordelia by the hand, Duchess of Burgundy.
Nothing. I have sworn. I am firm.
I'm sorry then. You have so lost a father that she must lose a husband.
Peace be in Burgundy, since that respects of fortune are his love, I shall not be his wife.
Fairest Cordelia, and our most rich being poor, most choice forsaken, and most notes despised. Being thy virtues here I seize upon, be it lawful and take up what's cast away. Gods, 'tis strange that from their cold neglect, my love should kindle to ingrained respect. Not all the princes of Butler-Breen Burgundy could buy this unprized, precious maid of mine. Bid them farewell, Cordelia, though unkind, thou losest here a better where to find.
Thou hast her, France, for we know no such daughter, nor shall we see that face of hers again. Therefore be gone, without our grace, our love, our ransom. Come, noble Burgundy.
Good for lunch.
The dreams of our father, the washed eyes particularly use you. I know what you are, and that the sister most loved to call your false their names. These but our father, to profess bosoms that commit sin, yet alas, still out to disgrace. I prefer him to other place.
Prescribe us not our duty. Let your study be to content your lord, who have received you at fortune's alms. You have obedience standard and well our worth want that you have wanted.
Time shall unfold the plighted cunning hides, who were false at last ashamed and derives. Well may you prosper.
Come, my fair Cordelia.
Sister, it is not little I have to say what most nearly appertains to us both.
I think our father is tonight, and that's most certain, and with you next month with us.
You see how it changes his ages. The observation we have made of it hath not been little.
He always loved our sister most. And what poor judgment he had cast her off appears too grossly.
It is the infirmity of his age, yet he has ever but slenderly known himself.
The best and soundest of his time hath been with rash. Then must we look from his age to receive not alone the imperfections of poor and gaunt condition, but thereof all the unruly waywardness that infirm and choleric years bring with them.
Such unconstant starts would he like to have from him as this of king's fashion.
There is further compliment of leave taking between France and him. Pray you, let us in together. If our father carry authority with such disposition as he bears, his
This last surrender of his will but offend us. We shall further think on it.
We must do something. To the heat.
Thou nature art my goddess. To thy law my services are bound. Wherefore should I stand in the plague of custom, and permit the curiosity of nations to deprive me, for that I am 12 or 14 moonshines lag of a brother? Why bastard? Wherefore base, when my dimensions are as well compact, my mind as generous, my shape as true as an honest madame's is you? Why brand they us with base, with bastardy? Base, who, in the lusty stealth of nature, take a more composition and a fierce quality than doth within a dull, stale, tired bed go to the creating a whole tribe of fops, got tween asleep and wake. Well then, legitimate Edgar, I must have your land. Our father's love is to the bastard Edmund, as to the legitimate. Fine word, legitimate. Well, my legitimate, if this letter speed, and my invention thrive, Edmund the base shall top the legitimate. I grow, I prosper. Now God stand up for bastards.
How now, Edmund, what is?
So please your lordship, none.
Why so earnestly seek you to put up that
I know no news, my lord.
What paper were you reading?
Nothing, my lord.
No. What needed that terrible dispatch of it into your pocket? The quality of nothing hath not such need to hide itself. Come.
I beseech you, sir, pardon me. It is a letter from my brother that I have not yet all o'erread, but so far as I pursued, I find it not fit for your o'erlooking.
Give me the letter, sir.
I shall offend either to detain or to give it. The contents, as in part I understand them, are plain.
Let's see. This policy in reverence of age makes the world bitter to the best of our times, keeps our fortune from us till our owners cannot everything. I begin to find the idle and fond bondage, the oppression of age, tyranny who sways not as it hath power, but as it is suffered. Come to me of this, I may speak more. If our father should sleep till I wake him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever and live in the beloved of your brother. Huh. Thank you.
Conspiracy.
If our father should sleep till I waked him, you should enjoy half his revenue forever.
Conspiracy. My son Edgar, have you a hand to write this, a heart and a brain to breathe this in? When came it to you? Who brought it?
It was not brought me, my lord. There's the cunning of it. I found it thrown in the casement of my
Those
closet.
characters be your brothers.
If the matter were good, my lord, I dare say for his.
Is it his?
It is his hand, my lord. But I hope his heart is not the contest.
Has he never before sounded you in his business?
Never. But I have heard him often maintain it to be fit that sons of a perfect age, and a father's declining, the father should be as ward to the son, and the son manage his revenue.
Oh, villain, his very opinion in the letter. Abhorred villain, unnatural, detested, brutish villain. Go, sir, seek him. I'll apprehend him. Where is he?
I do not know well, my lord. If it shall please you to suspend your indignation against my brother till you can derive some better testimony of his intent, you shall run a certain course. Where if you violently proceed against him, mistaking his purpose, it would make a great gap in your honour, and shake in half the pieces of his obedience. I dare plunge down my life for him that he wrote this appeal for my affection to your honour, with no other pretense of danger.
Think you so?
If your honour judges me, I will place you where you shall hear us confer on this, and by auricular assurance have your satisfaction, and without any further delay than this very
He cannot be such a monster.
nor is not sure.
To his father that so tenderly and entirely loves him, heaven and earth. Heaven seek him out, wind me into him, I pray you. Frame the business after your own wisdom. I would unstate myself to be in due resolution.
I shall seek him, sir. Presently convey the business as I shall find means and acquaint you with all.
These late eclipses in the sun and moon portend no good to us. Though the reason of nature can reason it thus and thus, yet nature finds itself scourged by sequent effects. Love cools, friendship falls off, brothers divide, in cities mutinies, in countries discord, in palaces treason, and the bond cracked betwixt son and father. This villain of mine comes under the prediction. There's son against father. The game falls from the bodies of nature, there's father against child. We have seen the best of our time. Machinations, hollowness, treachery, and all ruinous disorders follow us disquietly to our graves. Find out this villain then, I'll lose you nothing. And the noble and true-hearted kept banished his offence, honesty, his strength.
This is the excellent foppery of the world, that we are sick in fortune, often the serpent of our own behaviour. We make guilty of our disasters the sun, the moon, the stars, as if we were villains by necessity, fools by heavenly compulsion, knaves, thieves, treacherous by spherical predominance, drunkards, liars, adulterers by enforced obedience to planetary influence, and all that we are evil in by a divine thrusting on. An admirable evasion of whoremaster man to lay his goatish disposition to the charge of a star. Well, my father compounded with my mother under the dragon's tail, and my nativity was under her nature, so as follows. I am rough and lecherous, but I would be that I am, at the maidliest star in the firmament twinkled on my bastard. And here, however, could happy comes like a catastrophe of an old company.
How now, brother Edmund?
Come, when saw you my father last?
Tonight gone by.
Spake you with him?
Aye, 2 hours together.
Found no displeasure in him by word or countenance?
None at all.
Think yourself wherein you may have offended him, and at my entreaty forbear his presence till some little time hath quantified the heat of his displeasure, which at this time so rages in him that mischief of your person it would scarcely allay.
And some villain had done me wrong.
That's my fear. Pray, have continent forbearance till some little time hath quantified the heat of his displeasure. Pray, go. Here's my key. If you do stir abroad, go armed.
Armed,
brother, I advise you to the best. Go armed. I am no honest man if there's any good meaning toward you. I have told you what I've seen and heard, but faintly nothing like the image and horror of it. Pray, away.
Well, shall I hear from you in the hunt?
I do serve you in this business.
Okay.
Credulous father, and a brother noble, whose nature is so far from doing harm that he suspects none, on whose foolish honesty my practices ride easy. I see the business. Let me, if not by birth, have lands by wit. All with me speak that I can fashion fit.
Did my father strike my gentleman for tidying up his food?
Madam.
Oh, by day and night he wrongs me. Every hour he flashes into one gross crime or other that sets us all at odds. I'll not endure it. His nights grow riotous, and he himself upbraids us on every trifle. When he returns from hunting, I will not speak with him. Say I'm sick. If you could slack for former services, you shall do well. The fault that I answer.
He's coming, madam, I hear.
But I'm not rearing negligence you believe you answer those. I come to question. If he distasted that to my sister, whose mind and mine I know the matter were not to be overruled. Idle old man, that still would manage of the parties that he hath given away. By my life, old fools are babes again and must be used with checks as flatteries when they are seen abused. Remember what I have said.
Well, madam.
And let his knights have called among you. For crow's bit no matter. Advise the fellow so. I will breathe from hence occasions, and I shall if I may speak. I will ride straight to my sister to hold my very course. Prepare for dinner.
If put as well I other accents borrow, that can my speech diffuse, my good intent may carry true itself to that full issue for which I raised my likeness. Now, banished Kent, if thou canst serve where thou dost stand condemned, soul maid, come thy master, whom thou lovest, shall find thee full of labours.
Let me not stay a jot for dinner. Go, get it ready. And now, what art thou?
A man, sir.
What thou profess?
I do
What
profess.
bist thou with us?
I do profess to be no less than I seem, to serve him truly that will put me in trust, to converse with him that is honest and says little, to fear judgment, to fight when I cannot choose, and to eat no fish.
What art thou?
A very honest-hearted fellow, and as poor as the king.
If thou be as poor as a subject as he is for a king, thou art poor enough. What was that?
Service.
Who was that, sir?
You.
Just art know me, fellow.
No, sir, but you have that in your countenance which I would fain call master.
What's that?
Authority.
What services can't I do?
I can keep honest counsel, ride, run, mar a curious tale in telling it, and deliver a plain message bluntly. That which ordinary men are fit for, I'm qualified in. And the best of me is diligence.
I'm older now.
Not so old, sir, to love a woman for singing, nor so young to dote on her for anything. I've years on my back, 48.
Follow me. I shall certainly. If I like thee no worse after dinner, I'll not part from thee yet. Dinner! Ho! Dinner! Where is my name? My food. Go you call it my food. Ah, you, sir! Where is my dog?
So please you.
What says the fellow there? Call the clock go back. Ho! Ho! There's my food. Ho! I think the world is asleep.
Now, where's that mongrel? He says, my lord, your daughter is not well.
Oh, I came up the slave box when I called him.
Sir, he answered me in the grandest manner. He would not. He would not. My lord, I do not know what the matter is, but to my judgment, your highness is not entertained with the ceremonious affection you are of one. There seems to be a great abatement of kindness appears in the general dependent, as in the duke, and also in your daughter.
Sayest thou so?
I beseech your pardon, my lord, for I cannot be silent when I think your highness is wrong.
Remembers me of my own conception. I have perceived the most faint neglect of late, which I have rather named as mine own jealous curiosity than as a very pretense and purpose of unkindness. I will look further into it. But where is my fool? I have not seen him these past 2 days.
Since my young lady's going into France with her.
I've noted that, well, no more of that. Go you tell my daughter I will speak with her. Go you call hither my fool. Ah, you, Sarah! Sarah, come hither! Sir! Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father. My lord's name. Oh, you slave. You cur. You horse and dog.
Your apologies, my lord.
But dost thou make manly looks with me, you rascal!
I'll not be stricken, my lord.
Ah, you, sir! Sarah, come hither! Sir! Who am I, sir?
My lady's father.
My lady's father. My lord's name. Oh, you slave. You cur, you horse and dog.
Apologies, my lord.
And don't make bandy looks with me, you rascal!
I'll not be stricken, my lord.
Nor trip neither, you base football player.
Thank thee, fellow, that service me and I love thee.
Come, sir, rise away, I'll teach you differences. Away, away. So,
Oh, Majesty, here is earnest of thy services.
Let me hire him too. Here's my coxcomb.
Oh, now my pretty boy!
Sarah, you are best to take my coxcomb.
why, fool?
Why? For taking one's part that's out of favour. Nay, and thou canst not smile as so insist thou catch hold shortly. There, take my coxcomb. Why, this fellow banished 2 one's daughters, and gave the third a blessing against his will. If thou follows him, thou must needs wear my coxcomb. How now, no true. Would I have 2 daughters and 2 coxcombs?
Why, my boy?
If I gave them all my living, I keep my coxcomb myself. There's mine, beg another of thy daughters.
Take heed, Sarah. Go in.
Truth to God to Kennel. He must be whipped when Lady Brock may stand by the fire and see.
Excellent gold.
Sarah, I'll teach thee speech.
Do.
Margaret, have more than thou showest.
Speak less than thou knowest. Lend more than thou owest. Why more than thou goest? Set less than thou throwest. Learn more than thou throwest. Keep thy drink in thy whore, and keep in the door, and thou shalt have more than 2/10 to a score.
This is nothing, fool.
That is like the breath of an unfeed lawyer. You gave me nothing for it. Can you make no use of nothing?
No, my lord. Nothing can be made of nothing.
Prithee tell him so much the rent of his land comes to. He will not believe a fool, a bitter fool. Dost thou know the difference, my boy, between a bitter fool and a sweet one?
No, lad. Teach me.
That lord that counselled thee to give away thy land, come place him here by me, whose thou for him stand. This sweet and bitter fool will presently appear, the one in motley here, the one found out there. Dost thou call me fool, boy?
All thy good titles thou hast given away. That thou wast wondering.
This is not altogether fool, my lord.
No, faith, lords and great men will not let me. If I had a monopoly out there, they would have part on it. And ladies too. They will not let me have the food to myself. They'll be snatching. Give me an egg and I'll give you 2 crowns.
I want 2 crowns shall they be?
Why? After I've cut the egg up in the middle and you shall the 2 crowns of the egg.
When thou clovest thy crown in the middle and gavest away both parts, thou borest thine ass over the back of the dirt. Thou hast little wit in thy bald crown when thou gavest thy golden one away. If I speak like myself in this, let him be wit that first finds it so. Fools that ne'er less grace in the year, for wise men are come from fish, and know not how the wits to wear their manners are so wakish.
When were you once to be so full of songs, sirrah?
I have used it, Uncle Ere, since thou madest thy daughters thy mothers. For when thou gavest them thy rod and puttest down thine own breeches, then they for sudden joy did weep, and I for sorrow song, that such a king should play bo beep, and go the fools among. Prithee, Uncle, keep a schoolmaster to teach thee fool to lie. I would fain learn to lie.
And you lie, sir, will have you wit.
I marvel what king thou and thy daughters are. They'll have me wit for speaking true, thou'lt have me wit for lying, and sometimes I am wit for holding my peace. Uncle, I had rather be any kind of thing than a fool, and yet I would not be thee. Thou hast paired them with the both sides, and left nothing in the middle. Here comes one of the parents.
And now, daughter, what makes that front for us all? Methinks you were too much relation to friend.
Thou wast a pretty fellow, and thou hadst no need to care for her frowning. Now thou art an O without a figure. I am better than thou art now. I am a fool. Thou art nothing. Yes, forsooth, I will hold my tongue so your face bids me, though you say nothing. He that keeps nor crust nor crumb, weary of all shall want some.
Sir, not only this your all-licensed fool, but other of your insolent retinue do hourly part and quarrel, breaking forth in rank and not to be endured riots. Sir, I had thought, by making this well known unto you, to have found a safe redress, but now grow fearful by what yourself too late have spoken done, that you protect this course and put it on by your allowance.
Yeah.
Which if you should, the father shall not escape censure, nor the redress of sleep.
For you know, Uncle, the head sparrow fed the cuckoo for so long that it had its head bit off by its young. So out went the candles and we were left darkling.
Aren't you our daughter?
I wish you would make use of your good wisdom. For if I know you are fraud, and put away this disposition which may transport you from what you rightly are.
May not an ass know when the horse draws the cart? Who took
Does any here know me?
This is not Lear. Does Lear walk thus? Speak thus? Either his notion weakens, his discernings are lethargic. Ha! Waking. No, 'tis not so.
Who is it that can tell me who I am?
Lear's shadow.
I would learn of that. For by the marks of sovereignty, knowledge, and reason, I should be false persuaded I had daughters.
For which they will make an obedient father.
Your name? Fair gentlewoman.
This admiration, sir, is much of the savour of your new ranks. I do beseech you to understand my purposes aright. As you are old and reverend, should be wise. Here do you keep 100 knights and squires, men so disordered, so debauched and bold, that this, our court, infected with their manners, shows more like a riotous inn. Epicurism and lust make it more like a tavern or a brothel than a great palace. By my life.
What means that? This one's by my train. Devils. Pull my train together. Saddle my horses. Degenerate bastard. I'm not troubled thee yet. Have I left with daughter?
You strike my people, and your sordid round make servants of their pleasures.
Oh, that too late repents. Oh, you, sir, are you come? Speak, sir, is this your will? Ingratitude, thou marble-hearted fiend, more hideous when thou showest thee in a child than the sea monster, eh?
Sir, be patient.
On detested kind thou liest. My men are men, my train are men of choice and rarest parts that all particulars of duty show, and in the most exact regard support the name of their worship. Oh, most small, how ugly in Cordelia did thou show, which like an engine wrenched my frame of nature, drew from the heart all love, and added to the gall. Oh, Lear, beat at this gate which let thy folly in, and thy dear judgment out. Away, my people, away. Hold! My lord, I am guiltless as I am ignorant what a move. Oh, that may be so, my lord. Here, goddess, here, dear goddess. Here. Suspend thy purpose if thou didst intend to make this creature fruitful. Into her womb convey sterility. Dry up in her the organs of increase, and from her delicate body never spring a babe to honor her. If she must teem, creation her child of spleen, that it may live to be a dwarf, this nature torment to her. Let it stamp wrinkles in her brow of youth, cadent tears fret channels in her cheeks. Turn all her mother's pains and benefits into laughter and contempt, that she may feel how sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child! Away. My lord. Sir. Oh, God. Where comes this?
Never afflict yourself to know more of it. Let his disposition have that scope as a judgment gives it.
What? 50 of my followers at a clap! I'll tell thee. Oh, my breath and blood, I am ashamed that thou hast power to shape my manhood thus. That these hot tears which break from me perforce should make thee worth them. Blasts are fogs, the untended woundings of a father's curse pierce every sense about me. Fond eyes beweep this cause again, I'll pluck ye out and cast you with the tears that you lose to temper clay. Yea, does it come to this? Let it be so. I have another daughter who I am sure is kind and comfortable. When she shall hear of this of thee, with her nails she'll flay thy wolfish visage. Thou shalt find I'll resume the shape which thou hast think I've cast off forever. Thou shalt, I warrant thee.
Do you mark that?
I cannot be so partial, Cornwall.
Great content. That man hath had good counsel. 100 knights? Tis politic and safe let him keep at point 100 knights. Yes, not in every dream, each buzz, each fancy.
You're too far.
Safer than to trust too far. Let me still take away the harms I fear, not fear the still to be taken. I know his heart. What he hath uttered I have with my sister. And if she sustain him and his ride to his knight, might have shown no fitness. Hello, Oswald, have you written that letter to my sister?
Aye, not.
Take you some company on the way to horse. Inform her fully of my particular fear. And there to add some reason of your own hands may impact it more. Get you gone and haste to nurture. No, my lord. This milky gentleness and course of yours, though I contend not, that under pardon you have much more tax for one
Donald, how far your eyes may pierce, I cannot tell. Striving to better off, we mar what's well. In the event. Go you before to Gloucester with these letters, and acquaint my daughter no further than your knowledge down about anything else that comes from her. If your diligence be not speedy, I will be there afore you.
I will not rest, my lord, till I have delivered your letter.
If a man's brains were healed, were not in danger of collies,
Aye, boy.
then I pray thee be merry, thou which shall not go sleep shod. You shall see thy other daughter will use thee kindly. Canst thou tell why one's nose stands in the middle of one's face?
No.
Why, to keep one's eyes of either side's nose. That what a man cannot smell into, he may spy out of.
I did her wrong.
Canst thou tell how an oyster makes his shell?
No.
Nor I neither, but I can tell why a snail has a house.
Why?
Why, to put his head in, not to give it away to his daughters and keep his horns without a case.
I will forget my nature. So kind a father. Be my horses ready!
Thy asses are gone about him. The reason why the 7 stars are no more than 7 is a pretty reason.
Because they are not 8.
Yes, indeed, now let's make good food.
Take it back again perforce. Oh, monster ingratitude.
If thou wert my fool, uncle, I'd have thee beaten for being old before thy time.
How is that?
Thou shouldst not have been old till thou hadst been wise.
I would not be mad. Not mad. Sweet heavens! Keep me in temper! I would not go mad. Oh, now, my horse is ready. Come, my boy.
That's a maid now, and laughs at my departure. Shall not be a maid for much longer unless things be cut shorter.
The Duke, here tonight. The better, best. This weaves itself perforce into my business, and I have one thing of a queasy question which I must ask. Briefness and fortune work. Brother, a word. Descend. Brother, I say. Oh, sir, fly this place. Intelligence is given where you're hid. You now have a good advantage overnight. Have you not spoken against the Duke of Cornwall? He's coming hither now, in the night, in a haste, and Regan with him. Have you said nothing upon his part against the Duke of Albany? Lies yourself.
I'm sure of it. Not a word.
Hear my father coming. Pardon me. In coming, I must draw my sword upon you. But seem to defend yourself.
Let him fly far. Not in this land shall he remain uncaught and found. Dispatch the noble Duke, my master, my worthy archpatron Hussey, by his authority I will proclaim it, that he which finds him shall deserve our thanks, bringing the murderous coward to the stake, and he that conceals him, death.
When I dissuaded him from his intent and found him plight to do it, with cursed speech I threatened to discover him. He replied, "Thou unpossessing bastard, dost thou think I turn to thy suggestion? Thou must make a dullard of the world if they not thought the profits of my death were very pregnant potential spurs to make thee seek it."
Jamie's coming.
How now, my noble friend? Since I came hither, which I can call but that, I have heard strange news.
If it be true all vengeance comes too short which can pursue the offender, how does my lord?
Oh, madam, my old heart is cracked. It's cracked.
What did my father's grandson seek your life? He whom my father named, your Edgar.
Oh, lady, shame would have it hid.
Was he not companion with the riotous knights attended upon my father?
I know not, madam.
Oh, yes, man, he was flat and sore.
No marvel then, though he were ill affected. 'Twas they that put him on the old man's death to have the expense and waste of his revenues. I have this present evening for my sister, been well informed of them, and with such cautions, that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there.
All right, surely, Regan. Edmund, I hear that you have shown your father a childlike office.
It was my duty, sir. He did berate his practice and receive the hurt you see, striving to apprehend him.
Is he pursued?
Aye, my good.
If he be taken, he may never more be feared of doing harm. Make your own purpose and my strength, you please. For you, Edmund, whose virtue and obedience does in this instance so much commend itself, you shall be ours. Nature is of such deep trust we shall much need. You be first seized upon.
Sir, I shall serve you, truly.
For him, I thank you, your grace.
You know not why we came to
Thus,
visit you.
out of season, dreading that right night occasions, noble Gloucester, of some price wherein we must have use of your advice. Our father, he had your so and our sister of differences, which I best thought it fit to answer from our home. The several messengers from hence dispatched. Our dear old friend lay comforts to your bosom, and bestow your legal counsel to our purposes, which craves the instant use.
I serve you, madam, the graces are right up.
Good morning to thee, friend. Art of this house.
Aye.
Where may we set our horses?
In the mire.
Prithee, if thou lovest me, tell me.
I love thee not.
Why then I care not for thee.
If I had thee in Lisbury pinfold, I would make thee care for me.
Why dost thou use me thus? I know thee not.
Fellow, I know thee.
What dost thou know me for?
A knave, a beggar, an eater of broken meats. A base, proud, beggarly, three-suited, 100-pound filthy horse, stalking knave.
Sir,
A lily-livered, action-taking horse, glass-gazing, super-serviceable, pinnacle rogue. One drunk inheriting slave. One that looks to be a bawd in way of good service and are nothing but the composition of a knave, beggar, coward, pander, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch, one that I will beat into clamorous whining if thou deniest the least syllable of thy
But
ambition.
what a monstrous fellow art thou, thus to rail on one that is neither known of thee nor knows thee.
Oh, the brazen-faced varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me? Is it but 2 days since I tripped up thy heels and beat thee before the king? And cry, you rogue, for though it be night, yet the moon shines. I'll make a stop with the moon shining you.
Oh, wait, I have nothing to do with thee.
You come with letters against the king, and take vanity the puppet's part against the royalty of her father. Draw you, rogue, or I'll so carbon out of your shanks. Oh, my silly mates. Good strike!
Help! Murder!
Stand, rogue, stand!
What's the matter?
With you, good man, by, if you please. Come on, sir. I'll teach you differences. Come on, young master.
What's the matter here?
Peace upon your lives! He dies that strikes again. What is the matter?
The messengers from our sister and the king.
What is your difference? Speak.
I am scarce and brash, my lord.
No marvel. You have so bestirred your valor. Cowardly rascal nature disclaims in thee a tailor.
Oh,
Nay,
a strange fellow. A tailor make a man.
I a tailor, sir. A stone cutter or painter could have made him so ill, though he'd been but 2 years.
Yes, I agree with your part.
This ancient ruffian, sir, whose life I have spared at the pursuit of his great peer.
Thou horse will take that unnecessary letter.
You beastly knave, know you no reverence?
Yes, sir, but anger hath a privilege.
Why art thou angry?
Such a knave as this should wear a sword who wears no honesty. Such smiling rogues like these, like rats, smooth every passion that is the nature of their lord's rebellion. Oh, a plague upon your intellect, because thou smiling my speeches on the word fool!
What, art thou mad?
How fell you out? Say that.
No two hold more antipathy than I in such a knave.
Why dost thou call him knave? What is his fault?
His countenance likes me not.
No more perchance of mine, nor his nor hers.
Sirs, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I've seen better faces in my time than stands on any shoulder that I see before me at this very instant.
This is some fellow who, having been praised for bluntness, does affect a saucy roughness, and constrains the guard quiet from his nature. He cannot flatter, he. An honest mind and plain, he must be true. And they will think it so, if not, he's plain. These kind of names I know, which in this plainness have more craft and more corrupt their ends than 20 silly looking observants that scratch their duties nicely.
Sir, in sincere verity, under the allowance of your great aspect and influence like the reach
What
of brilliant, to go out of my dialect, sir, which you discommend so much. I know, sir, I am no flatterer. He that beguiled you in a plain accent was a plain knave, which for my part I will not be.
What was the offence again?
I never gave him any. It pleased the king, his master, very late to strike me upon his misconstruction when he, compacted and flattering his displeasure, tripped me behind. Being down, insulted, railed, and put upon him such a deal of man that worthy him got praises of the king, for him attempting he who was self-subdued, and in the fleshment of his dread exploit drew on me here again.
None of these rogues and cowards but a Jax is their fool.
Fetch forth the stocks! You stubborn ancient knave, you reverend prior, will teach you.
I'm too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me. I serve the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You shall do small respect, show two
Fetch forth the stocks! As I have life and honour there, you shall sit to noon.
Delight, my lord, and all right too.
Why, man, if I'm your father's dog, you will not use me so.
Serving his name, I will.
This is the fellow of the self-sent mother our sister speaks of. Come, freeways.
I beseech your grace not to do so. His fault is much, and the good king his master will check him for it. Your proposed low correction is such as basis and condemned wretches are punished with. The king must take it ill that he so slightly dies.
My sister may receive it much more worse our gentleman abused. Assaulted for faulting her affairs. Put in his legs. Oh, my lord, pull out.
I'm sorry for thee, friend. It's the Duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows will not be rubbed, nor stopped, I'll entreat thee.
Pray, sir, do not. I have watched and travelled hard. Some time I will sleep out, the rest I will whistle. A good man's fortune may grow out at heels. I give you good morrow.
The Duke's to blame for this, 'twill be ill taken.
Approach, thou beacon to this underglow. So by the comfortable beams I may peruse this letter. I know 'tis from Cordelia, who most fortunately has been informed of my obscure course, and shall find time from this enormous state, seeking to give losses their remedies. How weary and o'erwatched. To advantage heavy eyes not to behold this shameful lodging. Fortune, good night. Smile once more. Turn thy wheel.
I heard myself proclaimed and by the happy hollow of the tree escaped the hunt. No port is free, no place the guard in most unusual vigilance does not attend my taking. Whilst I may escape, I will preserve myself. And only thought to take the basest and most poorest shape that ever penury and contempt of man brought nearest to beast. My face, outlined with filth, blinded my loins, have all my hair in knots, and with presented nakedness outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof and precedent of bedlam beggars who with roaring voices strike and their numbed and mortified bare arms pins, wooden bricks made of sprigs of roseberry. And with this horrible object from low farms, poor pelting villages, sheepcotes and mills, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometimes with prayer and forced their charity. Poor Turley God, poor Tom. That's something yet. Edgar, I'm nothing am.
It is strange that they should so depart from home and not send back my messenger.
As I learned the night before, there was no purpose of this remove.
Hail to thee, noble master.
May it smell this shame for the master?
No, my lord.
Oh, he wears cruel garters. Horses are tied by the heads, dogs and bears by the necks, monkeys by the loins, and men by the legs. When a man's over lusty clicks, then he wears wooden nether socks.
What's he that had so much mislooked thy face to set thee here?
It is both he and she, my lord, your son and daughter.
No.
Yeah?
No, I say.
I say I.
No, they will not.
But they have.
But by Jupiter, I swear not.
By Juno, I swear I.
They durst not do it. They could not, would not do it. 'Tis worse than murder to do upon respect such violent outrage. Resolve me with all modesty, which way thou managed to observe, or they impose this usage coming from us.
My lord, I did deliver your highness letters to them. Ere I was risen from the place that showed my duty kneeling, came there a reeking post-stewed in his haste, panting forth from Goneril his mistress' salutations. Delivered letters, spite of intermission, which presently they read, on whose contents they summoned up their miney, straight to course, commanded me to follow and attend the leisure of their answer, gave me cold looks. And meeting here the other messenger, whose welcome I perceived had poisoned mine, being the very fellow which of late to displayed so saucily against your highness, having more man than wit about me grew. He raised the house with loud and coward cries, and your son and daughter saw this shame worked here it suffers.
Winter's not gone yet if the wild geese fly that way. Fathers that wear rags who made their children blind, but fathers that bear bags shall see their children kind. Fortune, that iron torn ne'er turn the key to the poor. But for all this, thou should have as many dollars for thy daughters as thou canst in a year.
Swells towards my heart. Hysterica passio down thy climbing sorrow, high element is below. Where is this daughter?
With the earl, sir, here within.
Follow me not, stay here.
Made you no more offensive of what you speak of.
None. How come the king come with so few a number?
And thou hadst been set in the stocks for that question. Thou hast well deserved it.
Why, fool?
Let go thy hold with great wheel, and that runs down a hill, lest it breaks on upward following. But the great one that goes upward, let him draw thee after. If a wise man gives thee better counsel, give me mine again. I would have none but knaves use it, since a fool gives it. That sir with sirs and seeks for gain, and follows but for form, but not when it begins to rain, and leave thee in the storm.
Where learned you this, fool?
Not in the stocks, fool.
I speak with me. They are sick. They are weary. They have travelled all that mere fetches. The images of revolt and flying off. Fetch me a better answer.
My lord, you know the fiery quality of the Duke, how unremovable and fixed he is in his own court.
Fiery! What quality? Wait. Gloucester, I will speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife.
Well, my good lord, I have informed them so.
Inform them! Dost thou understand me, man?
I am
The king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father will make his daughter speak, commands her service. Are they informed of this? Oh, breath and the fiery Duke. But tell the husband. But not yet. Maybe he is not well. Infirmity but still neglect all offices whereto our help is bound. And we are not ourselves. When nature each by self-command of mind to suffer with the body, I'll forbear. That's not my state! Wherefore shall he sit here? Well, this act persuades me that this promotion of the Duke and hers is practiced only. Give me my servant forth! Go tell the Duke of Cornwall and his wife I will speak with them now, presently. Let them come forth and hear me, or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum till they try sleep to death.
We have all well betwixt you.
Oh, me, my heart, my rising heart. Oh, cry to it, uncle, as the cockney did to the eels when she put him in the place of knives. She napped him of the coxcombs and cried, down, 'tis down. What's her brother that you impure kindness buttered to say?
Ah, good morrow to you both.
Hail to your grace.
I am glad to see your highness.
Regan, I think you are. I know what reason I have to think you are glad to see me, if thou shouldst not be. I will divorce me from thy mother's tomb, sepulchring and adulteress. Beloved Regan, thy sister's not. Oh, Regan, she hath tied sharp-tooted unkindness like a vulture here. I can scarce speak with thee. Thou wilt not believe with how depraved the quality. Regan.
I pray you, sir, take patience. I had hoped you less know how to value her deserts than she to scout her duty.
Say, how was that?
I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation. If, sir, perchance she have restrained the violence of your followers, it is on such ground and bestowed an end as clears her from all blame.
My curses on her.
Sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of his combine. You should be ruled and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore, I pray that to our sister you do make return. Say you have wronged her.
Ask her forgiveness. Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is unnecessary. On my knees, I beg that thou wilt vouchsafe me raiment, bed, and food.
Certainly, each hour of pleasure, return you to my sister.
Well, never, Regan. She hath abased me of half my train, looked black upon me, struck me with her tongue most serpent-like upon the very heart. All the stored vengeances of heaven fall on her ingrateful tongue. Strike her young bones, you taking airs with flames. You nimble lightnings, dart your burning flames into her scornful eyes. Infect her beauty, you beds of fogs, drawn by the powerful sun to fall and blister her.
Let gods! So will you wish on me when their afternoon is
Oh,
over?
never, Regan. Thy tender-handed spirit will not give thee over to unkindness. Her eyes are fierce, but mine do comfort and not burn. 'Tis not in thee to grudge my pleasures, to scant my sizes, to cut off my train, to bandy hasty words, and in the conclusion, to oppose the bolt against my coming in. Thou better knowest the dues of gratitude, effects of courtesy. Thy half of the kingdom hast thou not forgot, wherein I thee endowed.
Certain purpose.
How came my man in the stocks?
He said, what trumpets are?
I know it's my sister's. This approves her that she will be here.
Is my lady.
This is a slave whose easy borrowed pride dwells in the fickle grace of her he follows. Out, burn it, Rockmeister! How came my man in the stocks? Regan, I have good hope thou didst not know one. Heavens. If you do love old men, if your sweet sway allow obedience, if you yourselves are old, make it your cause. Send down and take my part. Art not ashamed to look upon this beard? Oh, Regan, wilt thou take her by the hand?
Why not by the hand, sir? How have I offended? All's not offence that indiscretion finds and dotage turns so.
Besides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man in the stocks?
I said him there, sir, but his own disorders deserve much less of
Oh, you did you?
Pray you, father, being weak seems so. If, till the expiration of your month, you will return and sojourn with my sister, dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home and out of that position which shall be needful for your entertainment.
Return with her, 50 men dismissed. No, rather, I abjure all brutes and choose to wage against the enemy of the air, to be a comrade of the wolf and owl, necessity's sharp pinch. Return with her. Why, the hot-blooded trance that thou willest took Ireland this morning, I could be well brought to knee his throne, and squire like pension beg to keep base like a foot. Return with her. Persuade me rather to be a slave and sumster to this detested groom.
At your choice.
I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, my child. Farewell. We will no more meet, no more see one another, but yes, thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter, or rather a disease that is in my flesh, which I needs but call mine. Thou art a boil, a plague sore, an embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood. But I'll not tell thee. Now let shame call mine as well. I do not call it. I do not bid the thunder bearer shoot, nor tell tales of thee to high judging children. Men when thou hast, be that are at thy leisure. I can be patient. I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights.
Not altogether so. I look not for you death, nor am provided for your fit welcome. Give ear, sir, to my sister. For those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old, and so what she knows, what she does.
This is well spoken.
I dare vouch it, sir. What, 50 followers? Is it not well? What need you of more? Yea, or so many, since that both charge and dangers begin so great a number? How, in one house, can many people under 2 commands hold rapidly? This hard, almost impossible.
Why might not you, my lord, receive attendance from those that she calls servants, or from mine?
Why not, my lord? Then, if they chance to sack you, we could control them. If you were to come with me, for now I say it injured, I will treat you with 5 and 20. To no more will I give place or notice.
I gave you all.
And in good time you gave me.
Made you my guardians, my depositories, but kept a reservation to be followed by such a number. What, must I come to you with 5 and 20, Regan? Said you so?
Then, my lord, no more with me.
Wicked creatures look more favourable, and others are more wicked. Not being the worst stands in some rank of praise. I'll go with thee. Thy 50 that doth double 5 and 20, and thou art twice her love.
Hear me, my lord. What need you 5 and 20, 10, or 5 to follow in a house where twice so many have a command to tend you?
What need 1?
Oh, reason not the need. Our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature more than nature needs. Man's life as cheap as beasts. Thou art a lady. If only to go warm where gorgeous one. Nature needs not what gorgeous wears, which scarcely keeps thee warm, but for true need. Heavens, give me that patience I need. You see me here, you gods, a poor, weak, despised old man, as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stir these daughters' hearts against their fathers, allow me not to bear attainment. Touch me with noble anger, and allow not women's weapons, water drops, stain my man's cheeks. No, you unnatural lads. I will have such revenges on you both, that all the world shall. Why would do such things? What they are yet I know not, but they shall be the terrors of the earth. You think of me? No, I'll not weep. I have full cause of weeping, but this heart shall break into 100,000 floods, or ere I'll weep. Oh, fool, I shall go mad.
This house is little. The old man's people cannot be well bestowed.
'Tis his own blame. Hath put himself in rest and must needs taste his folly.
For his particular, I'll receive him gladly, but not one follower.
So my proposed. Where is my lord of Gloucester?
Follow the old man forth.
The king is in high rage.
Whither is he gone?
He calls to his horse, but will I not know whither?
Tis best to give him away, he himself.
What? The night comes on and the high winds do sorely ruffle. For many miles around there is scarce a bush.
Sir, to willful men the injuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters. Shut up your doors. He is attended with a desperate train, and what they may incense him to, being apt to have his ear abused, wisdom is fear.
Shut up your doors, my lord. Tis a wild night. Why Regan cats as well? Command the storm.
My lord, entreat by no means to stay.
Who's there besides foul weather?
More like the weather, most and quietly.
I know you. Where's the king?
Contending with the fretful elements, he bids the wind blow her to the sea.
But who is with him?
None but the fool who lived to outchest his heart-stricken injuries.
Sir, I do know you, and thereupon the words of mine own commended the earth to you. There is a division, although as yet the base of it is covered with mutual cunning twixt Albany and Cornwall, who have, as who have not that their great stars throned and set high, servants, who seem no less, but which are to France the spies and speculations intelligent of our state, that what hath been seen, either in snuffs and packings of the dukes, or the hard reign which both of them had borne against the old kind king, or something deeper, whereof perchance these are but friendships. But the truth is from France there comes a power into this scattered kingdom who, wise in our negligence, have secret beaten some of our best ports and our point to show their open banner. Now to you, if you dare on my credit build your speech to part to Dover, you shall find some who will thank you, making just report of the unnatural and the valley sorrow the king had lost in play. But I am a gentleman of some blood and breeding, after some knowledge and assurance, offer this office to you. No, fear not. For proof that I am much more than I outlaw, take this ring. If you shall see Cordelia, and fear not, but you shall, show her this ring, and she will tell you who your fellow is that you yet do not know. Fly on this sword, I will go see the king.
Give me your hand. Have you no more to say?
Few words but to effect more all. You're in that way, I'm in this. Heal the first line and hold the other.
No, let them crack your cheeks. Rage, lo, you counteracts and hurricanos. Smack the new and prejudice people to grab them posts. You cause executions. All couriers to both bleeding thunderbolts. Sing my wise head. And now all shaking thunder. Strike loud that they come to the other world. Crack they dreadful dog Germans still and must have made it break on line. Oh, no good, course, holy water in the joy house is better than this rainwater house at door. Go to Dublin, ask thy God's blessing. Here's my reason for rock down my belly full. Spit fire, spout rain, nor rain, then thunder fire are my daughters. I catch not you, you elements, with unkindness. I never gave you kingdom. Call you children and then fall your terrible pleasures. Here I stand your slave, a poor despised old man, but yet I call you servant ministers and build with two pernicious daughters. Joining your wagons and their battle against the head, so old and righteousness. Oh, they foul! He that has a good house, will they go ahead, please? The God be sad, will house before the head is daily. Hey, shall thou spake his lady. The man that makes his door and was his arch lady. Shall overcore crying, woe, and turn to speak to lady. You was never yet fair woman, but she made mounts in the glass. No, I will be the practice of all patience. I will say nothing! Who's there? Harry! His grace of the countries! That's why I am the first.
Come here! Things that love night, love not such nights as these. Since I was mad, such sheets of horrid fire, such bursts of rain and thunder I never remember to have heard. Man cannot carry the affliction nor the fear.
Let the great gods that keep this dreadful thunder over our heads find out their enemies now. Tremble, thou wretch that hast been empty on thy most crimes on wind of justice. And thou, hide thee, thou bloody hand, thou perjure, and thou similar on a virtue that art incestuous. Case of the piece of shake, that under cover and to be exceeding and madness on man's life. Close kingdom pills, rise up your deceiving countenance and cry each dreadful summoner's grace. I am a man more sinned against thy sinning.
Sir,
I return and force their scanted courtesy.
My wits begin to turn. Come, my boy. What is my boy? I'm cold. I am cold myself. Where is the straw, my fellow? Well, the art of our necessities is strange, which doth make wild things precious. Oh, fool and knave, I have a part in my heart that's sorry yet for thee.
Tis a brave night to cool a course in. I'll speak a prophecy ere I go. When priests are more in word than matter, when brewers mar their malt with water, when nobles are their tailors' tutors, no heretics burned, but wenches suitors, when every case in law is right, no squire in debt, no poor knight, when slanders do not live in tongues, nor cut purses come not to throngs, when usurers tell their gold in the field, and bawds and whores their churches build, then comes the time who lives to see it, that the great realm of Albany shall come to great confusion. I make this prophecy for Merlin, for I live before his time.
Alack, Edward, not this unnatural dealing. When I desired relief that I might pity him, they took from me the use of mine own house. Charged with pain of perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, entreat for him, or in any way sustain him.
Oh, savage and unnatural.
Oh, go to, say you nothing, there is division between the Jews. And a worse matter than that, I have received a letter this night. It is dangerous to be spoken. I have locked the letter in my closet. These injuries the king now bears will be revenged home. There is a part of the power already budgeted. We must incline to the king. I will give grimly relief, and go you and make a talk with the Duke, that my charity be not of him received. If he ask for me, I am sick and gone to bed. If I die for it, as no less threatens, the king, my old master, must be relieved. There are strange things toward Edmund. I pray you, be careful.
This courtesy forbid thee shall the Duke instantly know. And of that letter too. This seems unfair to deserve me, and what you draw on me, that which my father loses, no less than all. The younger rises when the old doth fall. Here is the place, my lord. Could my lord enter here?
Oh, let me alone.
Could my lord enter here?
You will break my heart.
I had rather break mine own. Could my lord enter here?
Thou thinkest as much that this storm invades us to the skin. So 'tis for thee, but where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt. Thou wouldst shun a bear, but if I find a voice for regency, thou wouldst meet the bear in the match. The mind is free, the body is delicate. The tempest in my mind doth from all senses take else save what beats them. Filial ingratitude. Is it not so much that this man should tear this hand for lifting food to us? Not going. Such a night as this to throw me out. Poor God, I will endure. But such a night as this. John Regan, your poor kind father, his back heart gave all. No, that way madness noise. No more of that. Let me shun that. No more of that.
Good my lord, enter here.
Prithee, go in thyself. Seek thine own peace. This tempest will not give me leave to ponder on things which will hurt me more. But I'll go in. In, boy, get thee in. Hey, you houseless poverty, get him! I'll pray first, and then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are, that by the pelting of this pitiless storm, how will your houseless heads, your looped and windowed wagons shield you from seasons such as these? I've taken too little care of this. Take physic, pump, expose thyself to feel what wretches feel, that thou may chase the superflux to them to show the heavens more just.
Fathom and a half, poor Dom.
Come up to here, look at his spears. Help me.
What is it?
His spears.
multi cold beds and warm thee.
What? Hast thou not given aught to thy daughters, and art thou come to this?
Who gives anything to poor Tom? Whom the foul fiend that led through fire and through flame, through thorn and whirlpool, or bog and quagmire that had made knives under his belt, and halted in his queue, set wrath-strained by his porch, made a proud of heart a rider, and a bay trotting horse over 4-inch bridges, the horse's own show for a traitor. Yes, I fight with poor Tom's at home. Bless thee from whirlwind star blasting and hating. You good Thompson Charity, whom the foul fiend vexes. There go, have him now. There.
What, dost thou give it unto thy daughters, and art thou come to this? Dost thou save nothing, didst thou give them all?
Nay, he reserved the blackest, else we had all been shamed.
All the plagues that hang in the pendulous air had fated over man's life. Light on thy daughters!
She had no daughter, sir.
But death, traitor! Nothing could have subdued nature to such a lowness as his unkind daughters. Is it the fashion that discarded fathers should have thus little mercy on their flesh? Was this flesh that begot those pelting daughters?
Pillycock sat on Pillycock's hill and
This might will turn us all into food, man.
Oh, take heed of the foul fiend. Obey thy parents, keep thy words justly, swear not, commit not the man's sworn spouse, set not thy sweetheart on proud array. Not so cold.
What hast thou been?
The serving man. Crown, garden, wine, and curled my hair, wore gloves in my cap, served the lust of my mistress's heart, and did the act of darkness with her. Swore as many oaths as I spake words, and broke them in the sweet face of heaven. One that slept in contriving lust and wait to do it. Wine loved I deeply, thy Styrian and woman out paramount the turn. Thoughts of heart, light of ear, bloody of hand, fox and stealth, wolf and greediness, dog and madness, night and prey. Let not the creaking of the shields, nor the rustling of the silks betray thy poor heart, woman. Keep thy foot out of brothels, thy hand from packets, thy pen from lenders' buckets, and defy the foul fiend. Oh, still through the all our blows and all winds, says Suam, one, nanny. Often my body. Stay. Let him trouble you.
How art better in thy grave than to answer the thy uncovered body against any of these skies? He span no more than this. Consider him well. Thou knowest the worm no silk, the sheep no wool, the beast no hide, the cat no perfume. Here's tree unsophisticated. Thou art the thing itself. Unaccommodated man is no more but such a poor, bare, forked animal as thou art. Off, you lemmings!
Prithee, uncle, 'tis a naughty night to swim in. Now, a small fire in a wild field were like an old lecture's heart. A small spark, all the rest of the body's cold. Look, here comes a walking flame. This is the foul fiend, flipping Jim. He's a curfew and walks into the first cock. Makes the weather the pain, squints the eye, and makes the head. Mildews the white weed and hurts the poor creature of the earth. It's a gold-footed, thrice the old. He met the nightmare, her ninefold. Bigger and like the her trot like the right thee, the witcher, right thee.
Now there's your grace. What's he? Who is it that comes?
What are you there? Your name?
Poor Tom! That eats the swimming frog, the tadpole, the walnut, and the water. Whom the fury of his heart and the foul fiend rages, eats cow dung for salads, swallows the old rat in the ditch dog, grints the green mantle of the standing powder was whipped from tiding to tiding, and stock punished and imprisoned. 3 suits to his back, 6 shirts to his body, horses are riding, no weapons to rare, when mice and rats and such small hair, and King Tom's food for 7 long hair. Beware my father, he's spunking, he's stout fiend.
What, happy grace no better company?
Oh, the Prince of Darkness is a gentleman. No, gentleman, I'm man.
Our flesh and blood, my lord, is so wild that it doth hate what gets it.
Oh, it comes to cold.
In with me. my duty cannot suffer to obey your daughter's harsh commands. Though their injunction be to guard my doors and let this tyrannous night take hold upon you, yet I have ventured to come seek you out and bring you where both fire and food is ready.
I'll talk with this philosopher first.
What is the cause of thunder?
Good my lord, take his offer, go into the
I
house.
will talk with this same learned Eben.
What is your study?
How to prevent the fiend and to kill vermin.
Oh, a word with you in private.
In treason once more showing my lord, his wits begin to unsettle.
And so blame him, his daughter seek his death. And he said it would be thus, poor banished man. Thou sayest the king grows mad, I'll tell thee, friend, that I am almost mad myself. I had a son, now lost my blood, who sought my life, but lately, very late, sir, I loved him, no father, a son dear. Truth and I'll leave the grief, I've praised my wits. What a night is this? I do beseech your
Why, you mercy, sir!
Noble philosopher, you're comforting.
Poor palms are cold.
in there to the hall of the war.
Let's all in.
Let him take the fellow, my lord.
Taking you on.
Ah, good! Come, son of Athenian!
This way.
No words, no words.
Shall moment to the dark hour games, words feel the void fold.
I will have my revenge or I'll depart to his house.
How, my lord, I may be censured that nature thus gives way to loyalty. Something fierce me to think of.
I now perceive it was not altogether your brother's evil disposition which made him seek his death, but a provoking mirth set at work by a reprovable badness in himself.
How malicious is my fortune, and I must repent to be just. But here's the letter which proves him an intelligent party to the advantages of France. Oh, heavens that this treason were not, or not I detected.
Go with me to the Duchess.
If the matter in that paper be certain, you have mighty business at hand.
Sure what faults that have made me Earl of Gloucester. Seek out where thy father is, that we may be ready for our apprehension.
If I find you comforting the king, it will stop the suspicion more fully. I will persevere in my course of loyalty, though conflict be sore to be damned by blood.
I will lay trust upon thee. Thou shalt find a dearer father in mine.
Here's back to the open air to eat thankfully. Oh, peace out and comfort one addition I can. Will not be long for me.
Power of his wits have given way to his impatience. The gods reward your kindness.
Farewell, called, and tells me Nero is an anger in the naked heartless. Brave, innocent, beware the foul fiend. Really no good.
Tell me whether a madman be a gentleman or a yeoman.
King.
No, he's a yeoman that had a son before. For he's a mad yeoman as he's a son of a gentleman.
How a thousand with red burning spits.
He's
Oh, he's not like that.
mad, that shows imitating of a wolf. A boy's love, a whore's oath, and a horse's hell.
It will be done. I will raise them straight. Rogue Justice, sir. Since you're here. And now, his young fellow of equity benched by his side. You she-foxes. Look where he stands and glares. Once their eyes are child, madam. Fellow fiend house working on the wits of the nightingale. Oh, that's Christ and comes ready for two white haired growth, not that angel. I have no food for thee.
How fares your grace? Stand you not so amazed? Will you sleep a while and rest upon the cushions?
No, I will see their trial first. Bring in their evidence. In a steel trust in. Sleepest or wakest thou, Johnny Shepherd, thy sheep be in the corn, and for a glass that I make him out, the sheep shall take no harm. Arraign her first. 'Tis Goneril. Oh, I here take this oath before this honourable assembly. She picked the king, her father. There. There's another oath. Stop her there. Arms, sword, but fire! Hurl up, in the face of false justice!
bite, two black poison if a bite, mastiff greyhound, mongrel grim, hounder, spaniel, brocker, limmer, bobtail, hiker, trundle, tail, congle, make them weep and wail, for a throw the dust my head, not to leave the hatch and all our fled. Come, march the fairs and wakes and market towns, ooh, poor Tom, thy horn is dry.
Let them and that might Regan. See what breathes about her heart. Sir, any cause in nature that makes these hard hearts? You, sir, I entertain for one of my 100. I do not like the fashion of your garments. You would say they are Persian attire, but let them be changed.
Good, my lord. Rest a while.
Hey,
Take no noise!
draw the curtains. So. We'll go to supper in the morning.
And I'll go to bed at noon.
Come hither, friend. Where's the king, my master? I hear, my lord, but certainly not.
Good friend, I pray thee take him in thy arms. I have overheard of death upon him. There's a litter ready. Lay him in it and drive toward Dover, friend, where thou shalt be both welcome and protection. We love thy master, if thou shalt tally half an hour of his life, along with thine and all that offer to defend and stand in assured loss. Pick up and follow me.
He child, and that's thy fathered. Poor Tom away. Mark the high noises and thyself be rein. What will happen more tonight? Safe state the king.
I would never guess me said that, my king, one of the neutral hearts, and on with host.
forgive me this and prosper him.
Oh, thrust him out of the gate and let him smell his way to over. My lord, I love you.
I have received it. Grant I this villain! Throw this slave upon the dunghill! Regan, I believe in this. The time must return. Give me your arm.
That's what we all know. We have to help him.
Yet better thus a note to be condemned than still condemned and flattered. To be worse, the lowest and most dejected thing of fortune stands still in esperance, lives not in fear. The lamentable changes from the best, and the worst returns to laughter. Welcome then, thou unsubstantial heir that I am. Who comes here? My father poorly led. World, oh world, with thy strange mutations make us hate thee. Life would not yield to age.
Get you it. The friend be gone, thy comforts can do me no good at all. Thee they may hurt.
You can't see a way.
I have no way, and therefore want no eyes. I stumbled when I saw Philocracy in our means secure us, and our mere defects prove our commodities. Oh, dear son, Edgar.
Oh God, who can say I am the worst? I'm worse than e'er I was, and worse I may be yet. But the worst is not so long as we can say this is the worst.
Is it a beggar, man?
Madman, beggar too.
Yes, reason else he could not beg. In the last night's storm I such a fellow saw, which made me think a man, a worm. My son came then into my mind, and yet my mind was scarce friends with him. I have heard more since, as flies to wanton boys are we to the gods, they kill us for their sport.
How should this be? Bad is the trade that must play fool to sorrow, anchoring itself and others. Bless thee, master!
Is that the naked fellow?
I know it.
Get you it. If for my sake thou wilt overtake us, since some other plane it away toward Dover, do it for ancient love, and bring some covering for this naked soul, which I'll entreat to leave me.
Alas, sir, he is mad.
Is the time's plagues when the madmen lead the blind? Do as I bid thee, or rather, do thy pleasure, above the rest be gone.
I'll bring in the best apparel that I have on goodwill.
Sirrah, naked fellow.
Poor Tom's a cold. I cannot daub it further.
Come hither, fellow.
And yet I must.
Oh, bless my sweet eyes, they bleed.
Dost thou know the way to Dover?
Oh, both stile and gate, horseway and footpath. Poor Tom had been scared out of his good wits. 5 fiends have been in poor Tom at once as a bidicot of lust, or bidicot prince of darkness, McHale of stealing, Modo of murder, flippity gibbet of mocking and moaning, who since possesses chambermaids and waiting women, so bless thee, master.
This purse, thou whom the heavens' plagues have humbled to all strokes, but I am wretched makes thee the happier. Heavens deal so still. Let the superfluous and lust-dieted man that slaves your ordinance, that will not see because he doth not feel your power quickly, so distribution should undo excess, and each man have enough. Dost thou know Dover?
Aye, master.
There is a cliff, whose high and bending head looks fearfully into the confined deep. Bring me but to the brim of it, and I'll repair the misery thou dost bear with something rich about thee. From that place I shall know leading thee.
Give me thy arm. Poor Tom shall lead thee.
Welcome, my lord. I marvel our royal husband, not mine is on the way. Where is your master?
Oh, Madam, within. Never a man so changed. I told him of the army that has landed. He smiled at it. I told him you were coming. His answer, the worst. Of Gloucester's treachery and of the loyal service of his son, when I informed him, he called me such and told me I had turned the wrong side out. What most he should dislike seems pleasant to him, and what like offensive.
Shall you go no further? It is the coward terror of his spirit that dares not undertake. He will not feel wrongs which drive him to an answer. Our wishes on the way may prove effects. Back, Edmund, to my brother. musters and conduct his powers. I must change arms at home and give the distaff into my husband's hand. This trusty servant shall pass between us. Ere long you are like to hear, if you dare venture in your own behalf, a mistress's command. Where is? Spare speech. This case, if it durst speak, would stretch thy spirits up into the air. Conceive and fare thee well.
Rose, in the ranks of death.
One still Gloucester. Difference of man and man to thee. All the services are due. Fool, it serves my head.
Madam, here comes my lord.
I have been worth the whistling.
Oh, Goneril, you're not worth the dust in which the cruel wind blows in your face.
I fear your disposition. That nature which contemns her origin. She that can board her certain in herself. From her material statue will sliver and this branch perforce must wither.
Oh, no more, the text
Oh,
is
wisdom
foolish.
and goodness divide as he finds, fit savor but themselves.
Ah, what have you done? Tigers, not daughters, what have you performed?
And a gracious, aged old man, whose reverence even a head-looking bear would lick.
Oh, most barbarous, most degenerate, have you madded? Could my good brother suffer you to do it?
A man? No, a prince by him? So benefacted?
God heavens, do not their visible spirits send quickly down to tame these violent
Oh, milk-livered man, that bears a cheek for blows, a head for wrongs.
Who hath not in thy brow I discerning thine honour from thy suffering? Where is thy drum? With blood have thy sin begins to flesh.
See thyself, devil. Proper deformity seems not in the fiend so horrid as in woman.
Pain.
Thou changed and self-covered thing for shame. Be monster not thy feature. Were it my fitness to let these hands away my blood, oh, they are apt enough to dislocate and tear thy flesh from thy bone.
Marry your manhood.
What news?
My good lord, the Duke of Cornwall is dead, slain by his servant, going to what I believe the right posture.
Gloucester dies.
A servant that he bred, thrilled with remorse, opposed against the Acton, bending his sword to his great master, who thereat enraged blew on him, and amongst them felt him dead, but not without that powerful stroke which since hath put him after.
This shows you are above you justice serves who can so speedily avenge our crimes. Oh, poor Gloucester, lost to his other eye.
Both, my lord. This lesson, John, is a speedy answer, to his younger sister.
One way I like as well. Being widowed, my Gloucester with her. May all the building in my fancy plug upon my maiden of life. Another way, the news is not so tart. I will read and answer.
Where was his son when he did commit this crime?
Come with my lady hither.
He's not here.
No, my good lord, I met him back again.
He knows he is wickedness.
I, my good lord, was he informed against him and with the house on purpose that his punishment might have the further course.
Gloucester, I live to thank thee for the love thou showest the king, and to revenge thine eyes. Come hither, friend, tell me more down
Why the King of France is so suddenly gone back? No, you no reason.
Something he left in perfect mistake, which since his coming forth was thought of, imports so much fear and danger to the kingdom that his personal return was most required and necessary.
Who hath he left behind in general?
Marshal of France, Monsieur Lafar.
Did your letters pierce the Queen to any demonstration of grief?
Aye, sir. She took them and read them in my presence. Now and then an ample tear trilled down her delicate cheek. It seemed she was a queen over her passion, who most rebel-like sought to be king over her.
Oh, then it moved there.
Not to her rage. Patience and sorrow strove who should express her good least. You have seen sunshine and rain at once. Her tears and smiles were like a better way. Those happy smilets seemed not to know what guests were in her eyes, which parted thence like pearls from diamonds dropped. In brief, sorrow would be a rarity, most beloved, if all could so become.
Makes you no verbal question.
Faith, once or twice she cried the name of father, pantingly forth as if it pressed her heart, cried, sisters, sisters, shame of ladies, sisters. Kent, father, sisters, what of the storm, in the night, let pity not be believed. Then she shook the holy water from her heavenly eyes and found her moistened. In the way she started to deal with grief alone.
It is the stars. The stars above us govern our conditions. Was this before the king returned?
No.
Spoke you not with her since?
No.
Well, sir, the poor distressed Lear's in the town who, sometime in his better tune, remembers what we are come about, and by no means will yield to see his daughter.
Why, sir?
The sovereign changed so well was him. His own unkindness that stripped her from his benediction, turned her to foreign casualties, gave her dear rights to his dog-hearted daughters. These things sting his mind so venomously that burning shame detains him from Cordelia.
Alack, the poor gentleman.
Of Albany's and Cornwall's powers you heard not.
'Tis so. They are afoot.
Well, sir, I will lead you to our master Lear and leave you to attend him. Some dear cause will in concealment wrap me up a while. I pray you, this way.
Alack, 'tis he. Why he was met even now is mad as a vexed sea. Sing aloud, crowned rank few turn fir weeds. Hemlock, nettles, cuckoo flowers, darnel. The idle weeds that grow in our sustaining corn. A censure set forth. Search every acre in the high-grown fields, and bring him to our eye. What can man's wisdom in restoring his bereaved sense? He that helps him take all my outward words.
There is means, madam. Our foster nurse of nature is opposed, the which she lacks, and to provoke him in this are many simple operatives, whose power will close the eye of anguish.
All bless secrets. All you unpublished virtues of the earth, spring with my tears. Be agents and remediate in a good man's distress. Oh, seek for him, lest his ungoverned rage dissolve the life that wants the means to lead it.
Who's that? The British Army marching hitherward.
'Tis known before. Our preparation stands in expectation of him. Oh, my dear father, it is thy business that I go about. Soon may I hear and see him.
With much ado, your sister is the better soldier.
Lord Edmund spake not with your lord at home.
No,
What might import my sister's antecedent?
I know not, lady.
That he is posted hence on serious matters. His great ignorance blocks his eyes being able to let him live. Where he lies, he fills all hearts against us. Edmund, I think, is gone in appeal to the duty to dispatch his mind life. Moreover, to the
I must meet after him, madam, with my letter.
The ways are dangerous. Our troop set forth tomorrow. Stay.
I may not. My lady charged my duty in this business.
What might it work? Might not. You transport her purposes from work. You like something. What? I love you much. Let me unseal the letter.
Madam, I had rather if I just...
No, your lady does not love her husband. And as her late being here gave strange Eliab's most speaking looks to noble Edmund. I know you are of her bosom. I speak in understanding. You are, I know it. Therefore, I do advise you take this note. My lord is dead. Edmund and I have talked, and more convenient is he for my hand than for your lady's. You may gather more. If you do find him, pray give him this. When your mistress hears this much from you, pray desire her, call her wisdom to her. So fare you,
now, look how we labour.
Methinks the ground is even.
Horrible steep. Hark, you hear the sea?
No, truly.
When then your other senses grow imperfect by your eyes' anguish.
So may it be indeed. Methinks thy voice is altered, and thou speakest in better phrase and matter than thou didst.
You are much deceived. You know, nothing I might change within my garments.
Methinks you are better spoken.
Come, sir. Here's the place. Oh, stand still. How fearful and busy 'tis to cast one's eyes so low. The crows and chows that wing the midway air show scarce so gross as beetles. Halfway down hangs one that gathers samphire. Dreadful trade. Methinks he seems no bigger than his head. The fishermen that walk upon the beach appear like mice, and yon tall anchoring bark, diminished to her cock of eye almost too small for sight. The murmuring surge that on the unnumbered idle pebble chase cannot be heard so high. Oh, I look no more, lest my brain turn and the fishing side topple down headlong.
Send me where you stand.
In your hand. You now within the foot of the extreme verge. For all beneath the moon will I not be buckled.
Let go my hand. Here, friend. Is another personage a jewel well worth the poor man's taking. Fairies God prosper with thee. Now, go thou further off, bid me farewell, and let me hear thee going.
Very well, good sir.
With all my heart.
Why I to trifle thus with his despair is done to cure it.
O you mighty gods, this world I do renounce, and in your sight shake patiently my great affliction off. If I could bear it longer, not fall to quarrel with your great opposeless wills, my snuff and loathed heart of nature should burn itself out. If Edgar live, oh bless him. Now, fellow, fare thee well.
Consider. And yet I know not how conceit may rob the treasury of life when life itself yields to the theft. Had he been where he thought, why this had thought been past. Alive? Or dead? Oh, you, sir, friend, hear you, sir, speak. Does he not pass indeed? Oh, yet he revives. What are you, sir?
Wait, and let me die.
Hadst thou been aught with gossamer feathers air, so many fathom down precipitated, that shivered like an egg, but thou dost breathe, hath heavy substance, bleats not, speaks that sound. 10 masts at each make not the altitude which thou hadst perpendicularly fell. Thy life is a miracle. Speak yet again.
But have I fallen or no?
Oh, from the dread summit of this chalky bourne, do it look up.
Alack, I have no eyes. His wretchedness deprived that benefit to end itself by death. 'Twas yet some comfort when misery could beguile the tyrant's rage and frustrate his proud will.
Give me a round. So, how is't? Feel your legs, you stand.
Too well, too well.
This is above all strangeness. Upon the crown of the cliff, what thing was that which parted from you?
Poor unfortunate beggar man.
As I stood here below, methought his eyes were 2 full moons. He had 1,000 noses, horns whelped, enraged like the enraged sea. It was some fiend. Therefore, thou happy father, think that the clearest gods, who make them honours of men's impossibilities, have preserved thee.
I do well remember now. Henceforth I will bear affliction till it do cry itself, enough, enough, and die. That thing you speak of, I took it for a man oft would say, the fiend. He led me to that place.
Bear free and patient thoughts.
They cannot touch me for inclining. I am the king himself.
Oh, thou sight-piercing sight.
Nature is above art in that respect. There is your press money. Oh, that fellow handles his bow like a crow keeper. Draw me a cloth of your yards. Oh, look, a mouse on mouse! Peace! Peace! This piece of toasted cheese will do it. There's my gauntlet, I'll prove it on a giant. Bring up the brown bills! Oh, that's one bird. The clouds, the clouds. Sweet marjoram, the word. Yes.
I know that voice.
It's Goneril with a white beard. They flattered me like a dog and told me I had white hairs in my beard ere the black ones were there. To say I know to everything, I said I know you was no good divinity. When the rain came to wet me once and the winds to make me chatter, when the thunder would not cease my bidding, there I found them. There I smelt them out. Go to, they are not men of their words. They told me I was everything. 'Tis a lie. I am not a you.
Think of that voice I do well remember. It's not the king.
Aye, every inch a king. And I do stand, see how the subject quakes. I pardon that man's life. What was thy cause? Adultery. Thou shalt not die. Die for adultery. No. The wren goes to it. The small gilded fly does lecher in my sight. Let copulation thrive. For Gloucester's bastard son was kinder to his fast father than my daughters got between the lawful sheets. To it, luxury pell-mell, for I lack soldiers. Behold yon simpering dame, whose face between her four presages snow that minces virtue, and will shake her head to hear of pleasure's name. The soiled horse nor the fitchew goes to it with a more riotous appetite. Down from the waist, they are centaurs. Oh, women all above. But to the girdle, to the gods inherit the rest, is all the fiends. Whoa. There's hell. There's darkness. There's the sulphurous piss, burn, stench, consumption. Lend me an ounce of civet, good apothecary, to sweeten my imagination. There's money in it for thee.
Let me kiss that.
Ah, let me wipe it first. It smells of mortality.
Oh, piece of nature, this great world shall so wear out not. Dost thou know me?
I know thine eyes well enough. Does there make bandy looks with me up? No, don't be my secret, I will not know. It's not this challenge, mark, but the penny not.
Were all the letters, sons, I could not see.
I would not take this from report. It is in my heart breaks.
Read!
What, with the case of eyes?
Oh, art there with me? No eyes in your head, nor no money in your purse. Your eyes are in a heavy case, your purse in a light, yet you see how the world goes.
You see it feelingly.
What, art mad? A man may see how the world goes by without the case of eyes. And look with thine ears. See how yon justice rails on yon simple thief. Now, hark with thine ears. Change places, and handy dandy. Which is the justice, which is the thief? Thou hast seen a farmer's dog bark at a beggar, and the creature run from the curb. There thou mightest observe the great image of authority. And dogs obeyed in office. Hold thy bloody hand, why dost thou lash that horse? Strip thine own back. Thou hast been lusty user in that pine for which thou whippest her. The usurer hangs the cozener. True tattered clothes, small vices do appear, fur and robes by law. Plate sin with gold, and the strong lance of justice heartless breaks, art and pygmies rise, and the pygmy straw does pierce it. None does offend. None. I say none. I'll able. Take that of me, my friend, that has the power to seal the accuser's lips. Get the glass eyes, and like a scurvy politician seem to see the things thou dost not. Now, pull off my boots.
Oh,
Harder.
and impertinency mixed.
Harder so!
Reason in madness.
If thou wilt weep for my fortune, take mine eyes. I know thee well enough. Thy name is Gloucester. And thou must be patient. We came crying hither. Thou knowest, when we first smell the air, we wail and cry. I will preach to thee. Mark.
Alack the day.
When we are born, we cry that we are come to this great stage of fools. And this were a good block. It were a delicate stratagem to shoe a troop of horse with felt. I'll prove on it. And when I have stolen upon these son-in-laws, then kill.
Oh, here he is, lay on the corner. Oh, what no rescuer, what a prisoner! I am even this natural fool of fortune. Use me well. You shall have ransom, and let me search. I am put to the brain.
You shall have any.
What? All myself? Oh, seconds! Why, this would make a man of man's souls. He uses eyes as garden water pots, and I almost die in dust. I will die bravely like a smug bridegroom. What? Why, I will be jovial. Come, my masters, I am a king. Don't do that.
You are royal, and we obey you.
Then there's life in it. And if you get it, you shall get it by good aid.
Ever gentle gods, take my breath from me. Let not my worst spirit tempt me again to die before you, please.
Well, pray you, Father.
Now, good sir, what are you?
A most poor man may tame to fortune's blows, who by the art of knowing and feeling am pregnant to good pity. So, blessed be master, come, I lead you to some wine.
Hardly thanks the bounty and best of heaven.
Claim prize most happy. But I was had dined with the first framed flesh to raise my fortune. Thou old unhappy trade. Briefly thyself remember, the sword is out that must destroy thee.
Now let thy friendly hand put strength in
Poor cold peasant, darest thou support a published trader? Hence, lest the infection of his fortune take like hold on thee. Let go, sir.
Oh, chill, not let go, sir, without further occasion.
Let go, sir, or thou diest.
Oh, good gentlemen, go your gate and let poor folk pass. And should have been swaggered out my life to not have been so long as 'tis but a fortnight. Nay, come not near the old man. Keep out. Chivalry, yeah. And I strive whether your cluster or my bow be the harder. Chill, keep playing with you.
Out, dunghill.
Chill, pick your teeth, sir. Come, no matter for your vines.
Take my purse. If ever thou drive bury my body, and give the letters which thou findest about me to Edmund, Earl of Gloucester. Seek him out upon the British party. Untimely death.
I know thee well, a serviceable villain, as duteous to the vices of thy mistress as badness would desire.
What, is he dead?
Sit ye down, folk. Bless you. Let's see these pockets. These letters that speak up and be my friends. He's dead. I'm only sorry you got no other deathsman. Leave, gentle wax. And manners blame us not. No on enemies' minds we rip their hearts. The papers are well off. Let our reciprocal vows be remembered. You have many opportunities to cut him off. If your will wants him off, time and place will be fruitfully offered. There's nothing done if he return the conqueror. Then am I the prisoner in his bed, my jail. And the loaded warrant whereof to deliver me, and to supply plates for your labour. Your wife, so I would say, affectionate servant, Goneril. Oh, indistinguished space of woman's will. A plot against her virtuous husband's life in the exchange, my brother. Here in the sands be I'll rake up, thou host unsanctified of murderous leches, and in the mature time of this ungracious paper strike the sight of the dead practice due, which is well of thy bet and business I can tell.
The king is mad. Thou stiff is my vile sense that I stand have ingenious feeling of my huge sorrows, better I were distracted. So should my thoughts be severed from my griefs, and woes by wrong imagination lose the knowledge of themselves.
You're right. Far off the things that you that he was wrong. Come on, Father, I'll bestow you to a friend.
Without good pence, how should I live work to my shining with this? I want to be too short, every measure failing me.
To be acknowledged, madam, is o'erpaid. All my reports went with the modest truth. No more nor less, but so.
Better suited. Tis sweet to men's of those worser hours.
Pardon, dear madam, but to be made known short is my main intent. My boon I make it that you know me not till time and I think meet.
To be so, my good lords. How does the king?
Madam, sleep still.
Oh, you kind gods. Cure this great brute to disabuse nature. The untuned and jarring senses, oh, wind up with the child-changed father.
So please your majesty that we may wake the king.
He had slept long.
Oh, very well.
Leave my good master when he wakes, I have not of his.
Restoration hand I medicine on my lips, and let this kiss repair those violent times that my two sisters had in their reverence made.
Kind and dear princess.
Had you not been there, father, these white flakes to challenge pity of them. Was this a face to be opposed against the worn winds? To stand against a deep tread bolted thunder? In the most terrible and nimble stroke, prick cross lightning? To watch, what would do with this tin hell? My enemy's dog, though he had bit me, should have stood that night against my fire. Oh, alack, alack, 'tis wonder why they laugh in wits at once and not conclude at all. He wakes. Speak to him.
Madam, do you? 'Tis business.
How does the king? How fares your majesty?
You do me wrong to take me out of the grave. Thou art a soul in bliss, but I am bound upon a wheel of fire that my own tears do scald like molten lead.
Sir, do you know me?
You are a spirit, I know it. Where did you die?
Oh, still far blind.
Where have I been? Where am I? Fair daylight. I'm heavily abused. I will not swear that these are my own hands. Let's see. I feel this pinprick. But I were assured of my condition.
Oh, look upon me, sir, and hold your hands of benediction over me. Sir, you must not kneel.
I pray, do not mock me. I am a man, a very foolish, fond old man, 80 and upward, not an hour more nor less. And to deal plainly, I fear I am not in my perfect mind. Methinks I should know you and know this man, yet I am doubtful, for namely I am ignorant what place this is. All the skill I have remembers not these garments. Nor do I know where I did lodge last night. Do not laugh at me, for as I am a man, I think this lady to be my child, Cordelia.
So I am.
Be your tears wet? Oh, I pray, weep not. If you have poison for me, I will drink it. I know you do not love me. Your sisters have, as I do remember, done me wrong. You have some cause. They do not.
No cause.
Am I in France?
In your own kingdom, sir.
Do not abuse me.
The great rage you see is killing him, madam, and yet it is danger to even overlook the time he has lost. Desire him to go in till further settling.
But please your highness, oh.
You must bear with me. Pray you now, forgive and forget. I am old and foolish.
sister's man has certainly miscarried.
It's to be doubted, madam.
Sweet Lord, you know the goodness I intend on you. Tell me but truly, but then speak the truth. Do you not love my sister?
In honoured love.
But have you never found my brother's way to the forfended place?
That thought abuses you.
I am doubtful you have been in conjunction with her
Oh,
as far as
mine honour, madam.
I never shall endure her, dear. My lord, be not familiar with her.
Fear me not. She and the Duke are husbands.
I'd rather lose the battle than that sister should loosen her and me.
Ah, our very loving sister. Welcome, met, sir. This I hear. The king is come to his daughter, with others whom the ravers of our state forced to cry out. Where I could not be honest, I never yet was valiant. For this business it touches us, as France invades our land. Not bold the king, with others who most just and heavy causes make us oppose.
Sir, you speak nobly.
Why is this reasoned?
Combine together against the enemy. For these domestic and particular brothers are not in question here.
Well, let's then determine with the ancient war on our proceeding.
I shall attend to your present behaviours and...
Sister, you will go with us?
No.
'Tis most convenient. Pray go with us.
Oh, I know the riddle. I will go.
May your grace have speech with a man so poor. Hear me one word. Speak. Before you fight the battle of this letter, if you have victory, let the trumpet sound for him that brought it. Wretched though I seem, I can produce a champion that will prove what is about you there. If you miscarry, your business of the world hath so an end and machination ceases. Fortune love you.
Stay till I have read the
No,
letter.
I must forbid it. When time shall serve, let but the herald cry and I'll appear again.
Fairly well. I will overlook thy day.
The enemy is in view. Draw up your powers. Here is the guest with our true strength and force to fight diligent discovery. But your haste is now urgent.
You will greet the time.
To both these sisters I have sworn my love. Each jealous of the other as the stung are of the other. Which of them shall I take? Both? One? Or neither? Neither can be enjoyed if both remain alive. To take the widow exasperates, makes mad her sister Goneril. And hardly shall I carry on my side, her husband being alive. Now then, we'll use his countenance for the battle. Which being done, let her who would be rid of him devise a speedy taking off. As for the mercy which intends to Lear and to Cordelia, the battle being done, and they within our power shall never see his pardon. For my state stands on me to defend, not to debate.
Come, Father. Take the shadow of this tree for your good host. Pray that the light may thrive. If ever I return to you, I'll bring you comfort.
Grace go with you, sir.
We two alone will sing like birds in the cage. When thou dost ask me blessing, I'll kneel down and ask of thee forgiveness. So we'll live, and sing, and pray, and laugh with gilded butterflies, and hear poor rogues talk of courtneys. We'll talk of them too. Who loses? Who wins? Who's in? Who's out? And take upon the mystery of things as if we were God's spies. We'll wear out in a prison cell, packs and sets of great ones that ebb and flow by the moon. Upon such sacrifices, my Cordelia, the gods themselves throw incense. And I can't think. He that parts us will bring a brand from heaven and fire us hence like foxes. Wipe thine eyes. The good years will devour land, flesh, and fell, ere they shall make us weep. We'll see him starve first.
Come hither, Captain. Up. Go follow them to prison. One step I have advanced thee. If thou dost as I instruct thee, thou dost make thy way to noble fortunes. Know thou this, that men are, as the time is. To be tender-minded does not become a sword. Thy great employment will not bear question. Either say thou do it, or thrive by other means.
I'll do, my lord.
And about it. And right happy when thou hast done. Mark, I say instantly, and carry as I have set down.
If it be man's word, I'll do it.
Sir, you have shown today your valiant strength. Fortune led you well. You have captives who are the opposites of this day's strife. I do require them of you. So to use them, we shall find their merit and their safety may equally determine.
Sir, I thought it fit to send the old and miserable king to some retention, and appoint a guard whose age has charmed him, whose title more to pluck the common bosom on his side, and turn our repressed lances in arm.
By your patience, I hold you as but a subject of this war, not as a brother.
That's as we list to grace it. Methinks our better might have been divided ere you had spoke so fast. He led our forces, bore the commission of my place and person, the which immediacy may well stand up and call itself your
Not so hot. In his own grace he doth exalt himself more than in your edition.
In my rights by me, unless he is possessed.
That were most if he should marry you.
Jesters do oft prove confident.
Holla, holla! That I have told you so looked but a squint.
Lady, I am not well, else I should answer from a full-flowing stomach. General, take thou my soldiers, prisoners, patrimony. Dispose of them. Of me, the walls are thine. Witness the world that I create thee here, my lord and master.
Mean you to enjoy him?
Let alone lies not in your goodwill.
Or in thine, lord.
Ah, blooded fellow, yeah.
Let the drum strike
Stay yet and hear reason. Edmund, I arrest thee on capital treason, and in thine offend this gilded serpent. For your claim, fair lady, I bar it in the interest of my wife, since she is subcontracted to this lord, and I, her husband, contradict your bands. If you are indeed to marry, make your loves to me, for my lady is bespoke.
An interlude.
Thou art armed, Gloucester. Let the trumpet sound. If none appear to prove upon thy person thy heinous, manifest, and many treasons, there's my pledge. I'll make it on thy heart. Ere I taste bread, thou art in nothing less than what I have proclaimed thee.
Oh, sick!
If not without ne'er trust medicine.
There's my exchange. What in the world he is that names me traitor? Villain-like, he lies. Call by thy trumpet, he that dares approach on him, on you. Why not? I will maintain my truth and honor firmly.
A herald, ho!
My sickness grows upon me.
She's not welcome. Bear to my tent. Ah, come hither, herald. Let the trumpet sound and read out this.
If any of degree or quality within the lists of the army will maintain upon Edmund, supposed Earl of Gloucester, that he is a manifold traitor, let him appear by the third sound of the trumpet. He is bold in his defense. Again! Again!
am I as noble as the adversary I come to cope?
And which is that adversary?
What's he that speaks for Edmund, Earl of Gloucester?
Yourself. What sayest thou to him?
I protest. Maugre thy strength, place, youth, and eminence. Despite thy victor sword and fire new fortune, thou art a traitor. False to thy gods, thy brother, and thy father. Conspired against this high illustrious prince, and from the extremest upward of thy head to the dust below thy foot, a most toad-spotted traitor. Say thou no. But this sword, this arm, and my best spirits are bent to prove upon thy heart whereto I speak, thou liest.
Back do I toss these treasons to thy head!
Unaltering lady, I perceive you know it.
Say if I do, the laws are mine, not thine. You can arrange
Most
for it.
monstrous law! Knowest thou this paper?
Must be not what I know.
Oh, go after her, she's desperate, governor!
What do you have charged me with? That I have done. And more. Much more. The time to bring that. 'Tis past and so am I. But what art thou that hast fortune of me? If thou art noble, I do forgive thee.
Let us exchange charity. I am no less in blood than thou art, and if the more thou hast wronged me. My name is Edgar, and thy father's son. And the gods are just, and of our pleasant vices make instruments to plague us. The dark and vicious place where thee he got, cost him his eyes.
Thou hast spoken right. 'Tis true. The wheel hath come full circle. I am here.
How have you hid yourself? How have you known of the miseries of your father?
By nursing them, my lord. I met my father with his bleeding rings, their precious stones me lost, became his guide, led him, begged for him, saved him from despair, never all fault revealed myself unto him, until some half hour passed when I was armed. But alack, his flawed heart too weak the conflict to support, twixt two extremes of passion, joy and grief and burst smiling. This would have seemed a period to such as love, not sorrow. Whilst I was big in clamour came therein a man, who having seen me in my worst estate, shunned my abhorred society. He threw himself unto my father, told the most piteous tale of Lear in him that e'er he received. That's why then the trumpet sounded and there I left in trance.
Who was this?
Kent, sir. The banished Kent, who in disguise followed his enemy king and did him service improper for a slave.
Help! Help! Oh, help!
What kind of that?
Speak! This knife, 'tis hot, it smokes and came from the heart.
What means this move?
Oh, she's dead. Your lady, sir, your lady, and your sister beside her poison. She confesses it.
I was super attracted to them both. All three now married in an instant.
Produce the bodies, be they alive or dead.
Here comes Kent.
I've come to bid my king and master a good night. I thought the king was here. Is he not
Where's
here?
the king? Where's Cordelia, Edmund? Seest thou his object, Kent?
Alack, why thus?
Yes, Edmund was beloved. But wouldn't the other poison for my sake and after slew herself?
Even so covered our faces.
I've had for life some good I mean to do despite my own nature. Quickly send, be brief in it.
But who has the office? Send the token for brief.
Take my sword, give it the captain. For my writ is on the lights of Lear for thy life for the
Oh,
year.
the gods defend her! Bear him hence a well.
tongues and eyes, I'd use them so to crack heaven's bolts. She's gone forever. I know when one lives and when one does not, and she is as dead as earth! Lend me a looking glass. The stone may mist her stain while then she lives.
Is this the promised end?
Or image of that horror? No, and cease. The feather stirred. She lives. If it be so, it is a chance which does redeem all sorrows that ever I have felt. Spreading away! It is hence, you know, the murderous traitor fall! I could have saved her. Cordelia? Cordelia? Stay a little. Huh? What is it thou sayest? Huh? She had such pure, excellent, gentle voice. An excellent thing to have a woman. I killed the slave that was a hanging thee. I have seen today with my good biting thoughts, she and I would have many them skip. I am old now, and these state crosses do spoil me. My eyes are not of the best. Who are you? I'll tell you straight.
If fortune braggarts who she loved and hated, one of them we behold.
Suppose such a not can.
Look, the very same. Your servant can. My lord, where's your servant Caius?
He is a good fellow. I can tell you that. He'll strike and quickly too. He's dead and rotten.
No, my lord, I am the very.
I'll tell you straight.
Your birds of difference and the king.
You are welcome, Edward.
Nor no man else. All is cheerless, dark, and deadly. Your eldest daughters have fordone themselves and desperately are dead.
My poor fruitless hand. No life. Why should a dog, a horse, a rat have life and you no breath at all? I'll come no more. Never, 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 never! Look at her lips. Look at her lips. Look there. Look there. Sir! Fitz!
My lord, I really pray. Look up, my lord. That's not his ghost. Let him pass. He hates him that would upon the rack of this cruel world stretch him out longer. He's gone indeed. The wonder is he hath endured so long. He but usurped his life.
Our present business is a general woe. Friends of my soul, you twain. Rule in this realm, this board stay, sustain.
I have a journey, sir, shortly to go. My master calls me. I must not say no.
The ways of this sad time we must obey. Speak what we feel, not what we ought to say. The oldest hath borne most. We that are young shall never see so much, nor live so long.